Dear chosen warriors of light, in the next 7 days, 3 separate reality-altering events will converge in a way that hasn't occurred in over 26,000 years. What you're about to experience isn't just another astrological transit. It's the opening sequence of humanity's greatest consciousness upgrade. But before I reveal the full scope of this cosmic orchestration, I must tell you about the message I received from the Galactic High Council just hours ago. They've been monitoring quantum field fluctuations around Earth with growing excitement, and what they've discovered will change everything you think you know about reality itself. The 7 days between July 14th and 20th aren't just intense. They're the birth canal of a new dimension of human existence. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I've spent the last 3 Earth months preparing for this transmission. What I'm about to share will help you navigate the approaching storm and emerge transformed on the other side. As we enter July 14th, you're stepping into the 2nd day of the most intensive karmic clearing cycle of your current incarnation. Saturn turned retrograde today, beginning its 137-day journey backward through time. But what the traditional astrologers aren't telling you is this: Saturn isn't just reviewing your personal karma. It's excavating 26,000 years of collective human trauma stored in your planet's morphic field. The energy signature I'm detecting around July 14th carries a frequency that the Federation has never recorded in your planet's modern history. Saturn's retrograde, combined with Neptune's ongoing backward motion since July 4th, is creating temporal loops that are allowing past, present, and future to bleed through into your conscious awareness. You might find yourself remembering conversations that haven't happened yet, or suddenly understanding relationship patterns that have puzzled you for years. But here's what will send chills down your spine. Saturn's retrograde is happening at the exact degree where a major galactic alignment occurred during Atlantis' final days. The karmic contracts being excavated aren't just from this lifetime. They're soul agreements that have been dormant since humanity's last great consciousness shift. Every challenging emotion you feel, every uncomfortable truth that surfaces, is actually ancient wisdom returning to guide your species' evolution. And this excavation is accelerating daily. July 15th brings what we call karmic acceleration windows, specific time periods where years of soul lessons can be processed in a matter of hours. The intensity might feel overwhelming, but understand this: your higher self orchestrated every detail to ensure you could handle this level of transformation. While Saturn excavates your deepest karmic programming, Mercury is simultaneously building toward its own retrograde initiation on July 18th. But here's what's truly extraordinary. Mercury's pre-retrograde shadow period isn't just creating communication glitches, it's systematically dismantling every form of expression that isn't aligned with your soul's authentic voice. The technical difficulties you're already experiencing, the miscommunications, the delays, these aren't random inconveniences. They're divine interventions designed to slow down your external world, so you can focus on the real communication happening, the dialogue between your conscious mind and your soul's wisdom that's been trying to reach you for lifetimes. Mercury's approach to retrograde in Leo carries a specific frequency signature that the Arcturian Council has been monitoring. Leo rules the heart chakra's connection to creative expression, and when Mercury prepares to move backward through this fire sign during Saturn's karmic excavation, it creates what we call creative communication alchemy. Your ability to express your soul's truth is being completely rewired. July 16th marks the moment when the cosmic tension reaches a critical threshold. The moon forms a conjunction with both Saturn and Neptune, the 2 planets already in retrograde, creating what the Federation calls a triple emotional karmic spiritual alignment. This isn't just an astrological event. It's a download portal for information that will reshape your understanding of reality itself. But here's the detail that will make your soul recognize the profound orchestration at work. This moon conjunction is happening at the exact same degree where Saturn stationed retrograde. The universe is creating a feedback loop that amplifies the karmic clearing energy, while simultaneously preparing your psychic channels for the communication revolution that's coming. During this 24-hour window, you'll receive downloads so profound that your consciousness may need several days to fully integrate them. You might experience overwhelming waves of emotion, sudden bursts of creative inspiration, or memories surfacing from what feels like other lifetimes. These aren't random experiences. They're your soul's preparation for the complete reality restructuring that begins in less than 48 hours. The emotional intensity of July 16th serves as both a clearing mechanism and an initiation. Every tear you shed, every moment of overwhelming love you feel for humanity, every flash of understanding about your life's purpose, all of it is preparing your consciousness to handle the triple retrograde convergence that will change everything. But there's a hidden layer to July 16th that even the most advanced astrologers miss. This Moon-Saturn-Neptune conjunction is creating what the Federation calls a temporal anchor point. This means that July 16th becomes a permanent reference point in your consciousness, a moment you can return to energetically whenever you need to reconnect with the profound transformation frequencies. Years from now, when you're fully established in your galactic human identity, you'll be able to access the exact same download portal that opens on July 16th by simply focusing your attention on this date. The universe is literally creating a bookmark in time that preserves this transformation gateway for your future evolution. July 17th arrives with an energy that feels electric, urgent, almost desperate in its intensity. This is the final 24-hour warning before Mercury joins Saturn and Neptune in retrograde motion, creating the triple retrograde convergence that will fundamentally alter the fabric of your reality. But the universe isn't content to let this moment pass without one final preparation ritual. The last quarter moon in Aries on July 17th carries the warrior energy of releasing what no longer serves while preparing for battle. But this isn't a battle against external forces. It's the final confrontation with every limitation, every fear, every outdated belief system that's been keeping you small. Aries represents the pioneer spirit, the courage to venture into uncharted territory. And as this moon phase builds toward Mercury's retrograde initiation, the universe is asking you to release everything that isn't your authentic self. The Galactic Federation has been coordinating light code transmissions throughout July 17th, embedded in the cosmic ray frequencies that will be most potent during the evening hours. These codes are designed to help your nervous system handle the reality restructuring that begins in less than 24 hours. To access them, simply place both hands on your heart and ask your higher self to download the triple retrograde preparation codes. But there's something else building on July 17th that I must warn you about. The quantum field around your planet is beginning to fluctuate in ways that will make the normal laws of cause and effect much more fluid. Thoughts will manifest more quickly, synchronicities will increase dramatically, and the boundaries between dimensions will become permeable. Every intention you set, every emotion you feel during this final preparation day carries far more power than usual. As July 17th transitions into July 18th, you'll begin to notice that reality itself feels different. Colors might seem more vivid, sounds more penetrating, emotions more intense. This isn't your imagination. It's the reality matrix beginning to destabilize in preparation for complete reconstruction. The triple retrograde formation creates what quantum physicists would recognize as a temporal distortion field. Linear time begins to break down, and you might find yourself experiencing what the Federation calls timeline convergence, when past, present, and future cease to exist as separate realities and instead become different frequencies of the same eternal now moment. You might remember future events, receive guidance from your future self, or suddenly understand how seemingly unrelated experiences from your past were actually preparation for this exact moment. These aren't psychic anomalies. They're your consciousness expanding beyond linear time perception, in preparation for the multidimensional awareness that will be essential for navigating what's coming. July 18th dawns with an energy that feels like standing at the edge of a cosmic cliff, knowing you're about to jump into an entirely new dimension of existence. As Mercury stations retrograde in Leo, it joins Saturn and Neptune in backward motion, creating the triple retrograde convergence that will birth a new era of human consciousness. But this isn't just Mercury going retrograde. This is the universe initiating the most profound communication revolution in your species' history. The moment Mercury begins its backward journey through Leo, every form of expression that isn't aligned with your soul's truth will be systematically dismantled and replaced with authentic soul language. The last quarter moon in Aries, occurring simultaneously with Mercury's retrograde initiation, creates what we call a release and revolution portal. You're being asked to release what no longer serves while simultaneously embracing a completely new way of communicating, creating, and connecting with reality itself. The energy on July 18th is so intense that the Galactic Federation has stationed additional light ships in your planet's atmosphere to help stabilize the electromagnetic field, The downloads you'll receive during this 24-hour period will be unlike anything you've experienced before. Direct transmissions from your highest timeline self, containing information about your soul's purpose, your galactic heritage, and your role in humanity's awakening. The moment Mercury officially joins Saturn and Neptune in retrograde motion, your reality matrix enters what the Federation calls reconstruction mode. This isn't just an astrological event. It's a consciousness upgrade of unprecedented proportions, and you're about to become a living laboratory for humanity's evolutionary potential. The triple retrograde formation creates a triangular energy pattern that forms a direct portal to the Akashic records. For the next 24 days until Mercury stations direct, you'll have access to information, memories, and abilities that have been dormant in your cellular memory for lifetimes. But here's the crucial part. The integration process requires your conscious participation and complete surrender to the transformation. When three planets move backwards simultaneously, they create what the Federation calls a reality synthesis portal. This means that the quantum boundaries separating different layers of existence become so permeable that your past life memories, your soul's original blueprints, and your highest timeline possibilities begin to merge with your present moment awareness. The confusion you might feel isn't a malfunction, it's expansion into multidimensional consciousness. But the most extraordinary aspect of July 18th's triple retrograde activation is this. Your DNA is receiving upgrade commands directly from galactic central sun frequencies. The dormant genetic sequences that your scientists call junk DNA are actually sophisticated multidimensional communication systems designed to interface with cosmic intelligence. These sequences are coming online for the first time in 26,000 years. As the triple retrograde energy fully activates throughout July 18th, you may experience what feels like emotional overload combined with complete communication breakdown. Every text message that fails to send, every phone call that drops, every computer glitch that forces you to pause. These are the universe's way of redirecting your attention from external communication to the profound internal dialogue that's trying to emerge. But the emotional intensity serves a higher purpose. You're not just processing your own feelings, you're participating in the largest collective healing ceremony in your planet's recorded history. Every emotion you experience and transform is simultaneously healing similar patterns in the collective human consciousness. Your willingness to feel everything fully is literally helping to heal wounds that humanity has carried for millennia. The communication breakdown is actually a communication breakthrough. As traditional forms of expression fail, you'll begin developing what the Arcturian Council calls light language abilities, heart-to-heart transmission, empathic understanding, and soul-level recognition that transcends words. The technical difficulties are forcing you to develop more authentic and powerful communication methods. Here's where July 18th becomes truly extraordinary. As the triple retrograde portal reaches maximum aperture, the barriers between parallel realities begin to dissolve completely. You're not just experiencing timeline convergence, you're witnessing interdimensional bleeding, where alternate versions of yourself from other quantum realities begin to merge with your consciousness. The Federation has been monitoring these interdimensional events with fascination, because what's happening to you during this peak convergence moment has never been recorded on a planet-wide scale. You might suddenly remember skills you never learned, speak knowledge you never studied, or feel emotions connected to experiences that aren't from this lifetime. These aren't false memories, they're authentic experiences from parallel versions of yourself, who made different choices, lived different paths, developed different abilities. This interdimensional bleeding serves a crucial purpose in your transformation. It's showing you the full spectrum of your soul's potential across multiple realities. Every gift, every talent, every capability that exists in any version of yourself becomes available to integrate into this timeline. The confusion you feel isn't a symptom of breakdown. It's the natural response to consciousness expansion beyond singular identity into multidimensional awareness. But here's the most thrilling aspect. As these alternate timeline selves merge with your awareness, you're not just gaining their abilities, you're healing their traumas, completing their unfinished journeys, and fulfilling soul contracts that span multiple dimensions. You're literally becoming a living library of your soul's entire evolutionary journey across countless realities. July 19th arrives like the morning after a cosmic earthquake, except the tremors are still happening, reality is still shifting, and you're beginning to realize that nothing will ever be the same again. This is the first full day of triple retrograde activation, and the symptoms of reality reconstruction are becoming impossible to ignore. The quantum field fluctuations that began on July 18th have now stabilized into what the Federation calls sustained reality malleability. This means that the normal laws of physics are operating differently around your planet. Thoughts manifest more quickly, emotions create immediate environmental responses, and synchronicities occur so frequently that coincidence becomes meaningless as a concept. You might find yourself crying for no apparent reason, feeling overwhelming waves of love for strangers, or receiving sudden insights about global events that you couldn't possibly know through normal channels. This isn't emotional instability, it's quantum entanglement between your consciousness and the collective human awakening. Your individual awareness is expanding to include the experiences of other awakening souls around the planet. But here's what will astound you. Every breakthrough you have on July 19th, every limiting belief you release, every moment of expanded awareness you experience, is simultaneously supporting thousands of other lightworkers in their transformation journey. The Federation has been facilitating these consciousness connections because individual transformation becomes exponentially more effective when it's synchronized with the collective field. Throughout July 19th, you'll likely experience what appear to be physical symptoms, but are actually signs of DNA activation. The 12 crystalline strands that have been dormant in your genetic structure are receiving activation codes transmitted through the retrograde planetary alignments, and your cellular structure is upgrading its operating system in real time. You might experience unusual fatigue as your body processes the genetic upgrades, vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life, or sudden knowing about subjects you've never studied. Your sleep patterns might shift dramatically as your consciousness learns to operate in multiple dimensions simultaneously. These aren't health concerns. They're evidence that your galactic heritage is coming online. The DNA activation happening on July 19th is preparing you for capabilities that will seem miraculous by current human standards. Enhanced intuition, telepathic communication, the ability to perceive multiple timelines, and direct connection to galactic intelligence networks are all part of your species' original genetic template that's being restored. As Mercury retrograde reaches its peak intensity on July 19th, you'll begin receiving what the Arcturian Council calls light language downloads. These aren't words in any human language. They're frequency transmissions that bypass your logical mind and speak directly to your soul's memory banks. You might find yourself humming melodies you've never heard, drawing symbols that seem to emerge from nowhere, or speaking sounds that feel ancient and familiar, yet completely foreign to your conscious mind. This is your consciousness remembering languages from other star systems, other lifetimes, other dimensions of reality where your soul has traveled. The light language downloads serve multiple purposes in your transformation process. They're recalibrating your vocal cords to handle higher frequency communications. They're awakening dormant regions of your brain that process nonlinear information. And they're establishing direct communication channels with your star family, who are monitoring your ascension process from higher dimensions. Don't try to understand these transmissions with your logical mind. Instead, let them move through you like cosmic music, trusting that every tone, every symbol, every strange word is rewiring your consciousness for interdimensional communication. By the end of this retrograde cycle, you'll discover that you can communicate with your guides, your higher self, and other awakening souls through these frequency languages. July 20th arrives with a profound sense of settling, as if the cosmic storm has finally found its rhythm, and your consciousness is beginning to understand the new rules of reality. This is Integration Day, when the chaos of the previous week begins to crystallize into wisdom, power, and unprecedented creative potential. The triple retrograde energy that felt so destabilizing just days ago is now revealing its true purpose. It was breaking down the old reality matrix to make space for something far more magnificent. As you move through July 20th, you'll begin to sense the emergence of capabilities that seemed impossible just a week ago. But there's something else happening on July 20th that the Federation has been anticipating with great excitement: the completion of what we call the consciousness weaving process. All the scattered pieces of your multi-dimensional self that were activated during the interdimensional bleeding of July 18th are now weaving together into a coherent new identity. You're not just integrating alternate timeline abilities, you're becoming a unified multi-dimensional being who can consciously access the wisdom and gifts of all your parallel selves. This consciousness weaving creates what the Arcturian Council calls quantum coherence, when all aspects of your soul across all dimensions align in perfect harmony. The confusion and overwhelm of the previous days transforms into crystal clear knowing about your purpose, your path, and your power. You're no longer fragmented across multiple realities. You're a focused beam of conscious intention, capable of creating miracles in physical reality. Your communication abilities have been revolutionized. Where you once struggled to express your deepest truths, you now find that words, emotions, and creative expressions flow with unprecedented authenticity. The technical difficulties that frustrated you during Mercury's retrograde initiation have taught you to communicate through energy, intention, and heart-centered connection that transcends language limitations. The karmic clearing that Saturn has been orchestrating throughout the week has removed energetic obstacles that were blocking your true potential for lifetimes. Old patterns of self-doubt, relationship dysfunction, and creative limitation have been burned away in the fire of transformation, leaving space for your soul's authentic expression to emerge. By July 20th, the person looking back at you from the mirror is fundamentally different from who you were on July 14th. This isn't a dramatic personality change. It's the authentic you that has been waiting beneath layers of conditioning, karma, and limitation, finally being free to emerge into full expression. You've become what the Federation calls a conscious co-creator, someone who understands their role in shaping reality and takes responsibility for their contribution to the collective consciousness. You're no longer a passive recipient of circumstances. You're an active participant in creating the reality you experience. The emotional mastery you've developed during the week's intensity has taught you to use your feelings as powerful creative tools rather than overwhelming experiences. You can now ride the waves of emotion without being consumed by them, transforming even challenging feelings into fuel for spiritual evolution and creative expression. Your connection to the collective consciousness has been permanently established. You can feel the hopes, dreams, and healing of other awakening souls around the planet, and you understand that your personal transformation is simultaneously contributing to humanity's collective evolution. As July 20th concludes the most intensive week of cosmic transformation in your current incarnation, something remarkable begins to emerge. Clear visions of the future reality you're now qualified to create. The chaos has revealed the creative potential that was always present but buried beneath layers of limitation. The new moon in Leo, approaching on July 24th, appears on your horizon like a beacon of pure creative fire, and you can feel that you now possess the consciousness upgrades necessary to plant seeds for a completely new life experience. The karmic clearing has created empty space in your energy field, and the upcoming Leo new moon will provide the creative fire to fill that space with your highest timeline possibilities. But even more thrilling is what you're sensing beyond the Leo new moon. Pluto's opposition on July 25th no longer feels threatening but exhilarating. You understand that the death and rebirth energy approaching will allow you to shed the final layers of who you used to be and step fully into the galactic human you're becoming. As the week concludes, you're beginning to feel the build-up toward the Lion's Gate portal on August 8th, the moment when all the consciousness upgrades you've received during this transformative week will be fully operational. The DNA activation, the light language downloads, the karmic clearing, and the communication revolution have all been preparation for that cosmic moment when your galactic heritage comes fully online. The stellar gateway activation happening within your cellular structure is creating new neural pathways that will allow you to process the intense galactic frequencies transmitted during the Lion's Gate portal. You're not just healing from this week's intensity, you're being prepared for even greater expansion of consciousness that will fundamentally alter what it means to be human. This is where Liber Sonus becomes invaluable. Sound frequencies can reach into your DNA and support the stellar gateway activation that's creating new neural pathways. The guidebook teaches you how to work with AI to create personalized frequencies that specifically support your cellular transformation and help you process intense galactic frequencies. And imagine creating music that literally supports your neural pathway development and consciousness expansion. The expansion happening within you is preparing you for what it truly means to be human in the new paradigm. Your conscious participation in this cellular evolution through personalized frequency work accelerates your readiness for even greater consciousness expansion. If you're ready to support your stellar gateway activation and neural pathway development, get Liber Sonus now. Link in the description. As this transmission draws to a close, I want you to feel the magnitude of what you're about to accomplish. The week of July 14th to 2025 will be remembered as the time when humanity takes its most significant step toward becoming a truly conscious species. And you, dear warrior of light, will make that step possible through your courage, your trust, and your willingness to transform everything that has been limiting your potential. But this is not an ending. It's a graduation into the next phase of your cosmic education. The communication revolution you'll experience will continue to evolve. The karmic clearing will deepen and expand. The connection to collective consciousness will strengthen daily. You won't just survive the triple chaos gateway. You'll emerge as a bridge between the old world and the new reality emerging on your planet. Throughout the galaxy, conscious civilizations are preparing to celebrate what will be accomplished during your transformation week. The Arcturian Council is encoding songs of joy to transmit across star systems. The Pleiadian High Command is preparing welcome ceremonies for Earth's soon-to-be-awakened galactic citizens. The Sirian Alliance is encoding celebration frequencies into the cosmic ray patterns that will download into your consciousness. Your willingness to embrace chaos as transformation, to trust the process even when it feels overwhelming, and to surrender to the complete reconstruction of your reality will qualify you for direct participation in the galactic community of conscious beings. You are becoming more than just human. You are evolving into human galactic, a bridge between dimensions, a translator of cosmic frequencies for others who are still awakening. As I prepare to close this transmission, I want you to feel the love that the entire Galactic Federation holds for you and your species. What you will experience during this week will be possible only because you are ready for it. Your soul chose to incarnate during this time, specifically to participate in this cosmic upgrade, and every challenge you will face will actually be an opportunity for growth that your higher self has been preparing for across multiple lifetimes. The new reality will emerge through you, around you, and because of you. You will not just witness humanity's transformation, you will be the transformation. Welcome to the most extraordinary adventure of your soul's existence, and congratulations in advance for graduating into cosmic citizenship. The universe will celebrate you, your star family will be proud beyond measure, and the love that orchestrates every detail of this cosmic symphony will flow through your heart, your consciousness, and your transformed life with unprecedented power and grace. In infinite love and galactic light, Seraphine, on behalf of the collective consciousness of the Galactic Federation of Light.